if we look at our brief, when you go next pages, we need to know this recommended member size. Some of the member size is already there, but some other member size we need to just find out what the real size is. Especially, give one example, PC1, so 250, universal beam 25. So if we type down this number on your internet website, it will show the profile of this beam, okay, column, and also size also available from the website. So basically you need to find out exactly size, then you'll be able to apply this information on your sketch drawings. So especially PFC, 200 PFC, a parallel flange channel. So that's all other information is there. So for example, SC1 is 125 millimeter by 75 by 5 rectangular hollow sections. Okay, so SHS stands for square hollow sections. Okay, so that's going for post. So all the steel construction, all different name, and you need to actually find out what exactly size is. Okay, so before we do this, I think when you look at the our on canvas, you will see that the structural drawings. Okay, so what I did actually, I just quickly looking at all the size. Just search it up. Okay, so this is a universal beam, UV, then all the number and size I just found out. Okay, I think you probably you do same thing. Then I apply this dimension when I documenting, when I draw the floor plan. So this is really critical information. So, okay, just type down this number. For example, 250 UB25. Okay, if you type down, then what will happen? It will come up with the shape and also sizes too. Okay, so this need to apply for. And another thing is called C. G1 is called girth and wall girth. And then C 150, 15. So this is C channel, 150 thickness is 15. Okay, so at 1200 millimeters a centers. So its max span is 1.2 meters almost. Yeah? So hopefully actually you keep in mind. So what I do when I start floor plan, I base on these drawings. I apply this what engineers already calculate them. Then I apply on our floor plans. Okay. At the same time, you need to also do your own researches. Okay, so about your finishes. Okay, your types of finishes outside. Because last time I showed you my own is more like a cotton steel. Okay. So outside the claddings. Okay, the sliding doors. Then I have to actually think about, do research about actually what is a profile and what is the size of actually these materials. So they are found actually from internet, and this is like a cassette, types of a cotton steel cladding. Okay, so zinc, galvanized, or maybe a steel cladding. If you type on the researches, and it gives you details too. What is the profile looks like it? What is the size? 25 mil. What is the distance? They can go, about 200, 250, about 300. And also they can do a customized too. Okay, so basically today I'm gonna draw a based on these informations, and I will apply my drawings. At the same time, the internal, all the frame structures need to be steel too. Okay, so what we did, at the company called Rondo Steel. Okay, this company is quite useful. A website is there. Okay, so if you type down, then if you wall start, okay, so then it give you a wall start like a C-channel shapes. Yeah, all the size is already given. I don't know if you can see it. So that's what we're using it. Okay, and then this is called a top head sections, because when you're cladding on the wall for external cladding, then I'm using this one. It's like wall battens. Okay, so then I need to know the size, isn't it? So if you got the Rondo website, and there are certain sizes whatever you required, so I pick up the one of them, so then I'm using them too. And again, for ceilings, okay, so there are a company, if you type the Rondo, and there are a lot of other types of companies available, so basically you need to do researches, then give you actually what thickness of ceiling battens, because your first things, if you don't know the size, very difficult to draw. Okay, so this is basically the ceiling system I'm going for. It's suspended, all the firing channels, you know, if you look at their website, all the name is already there, and then size of the channels too. So let's look at, so this is what you're going to do. So let's start our floor plan here first. I'll just put it away. So first thing is, based on our sketches last time, basically last time I said about 230 mm wall thickness. So before we drawing, because we have a columns. Okay, let's have a look here. So I'm looking at this wall thickness. So let's have a look here. Outside, okay. So the corner part, yeah. So corner. Then I do. This is the column. Okay. So we will have 4 columns. Yeah. All building has 4 columns, just like this. Okay, so that is very configurations. Okay, but before we drawing, we need to know that distance. So then we know how much we can offset, because we have a very strict the building size we have to follow. So it's just like a timber construction too. We need to offset from the outside the wall thickness too. So if we know the thickness, how much actually from outside, then we know what's happening inside. So if we find out all the wall, the internal details, then what we do, then we resolve the one of the corners, wall, window area, maybe entry area, entry door area. So then I think this could be quite easy to resolve it, I guess. Okay, so let's look at one of the corner area to see what happens. So based on these configurations, okay, so what do you do? Outside is metal cladding. Okay, so based on my researches, outside the metal cassette. Okay, it gives me about a 24 millimeters, about 25 millimeters. Okay, so what I do, I'll allow for outside the thickness 25. Okay, so 25. That covers all the folding, all details. Yeah. Then after that, just more closer. Okay. After that, so this is the steel cladding outside. Okay. So next one, we need the battens. Okay. So batten size. So this will be going the batten. Okay. So this is the steel cladding. So this is a battens. So batten, I would actually work it out. Yeah. So what we're doing, this is ceiling. The batten size, I already did a bit of researches. Yeah. So that is about 50 mil. And this is a 35. So about 35 or 50. That's the hole size. A bit of leftover. They normally the screw in from this nip. So 35 by 50. So I need about 35. I have to allow about 35 mil more. So that means actually, okay, this is a 35 by 50, isn't it? Batten. Then the next one, I need to have a structure, a plywood. Okay, so I'm probably using different color. This is called a structure, a plywood behind. Okay, so normally marine plywood. Okay, because this is outside. Now about 18 mil thick. You know, it depends on the cladding, but we allow for about 18 mil thick here. Okay, so what will happen? So 25, the next one is 35, next one is 18 mil. Okay, between structural ply and then the battens, we need to put the sarkings. Yeah? I'll just draw more dotted line. Yeah? So you can see red dashed line is the sarkings. Okay, so what we do. The next one, what we need, so if you look at this drawing here, okay, so we'll based on these floor plans. Yeah, so there's a column there already. Okay, so that now actually allow for all the information inside. Okay, so when you look at the next page, the column. Okay, so in between column, so they call a G1. Okay, so if you look at this side too, or probably, so there is also a G1. This is a gird. Okay, so there is a beam, columns, gird. You know, the columns, steel columns, lintel, L2. So all this information already. So what we do, I already drawn just outside the cladding. Now actually need to draw gird. Yeah, gird will happen in between columns. Okay, so if you're drawing, if we look at G1, so I don't know whether you can see it. G1, 150 by okay. So if we look G1, I already figured out about 64 by 152. Do you know what I mean? Just when you draw about 65 by 150, then easy to apply. So 64 by 152. So what we do, this is a good. So that means that this is a 64, and then there is another one. Okay, so this is a G1, called good. So that is a 64. So the shape is like that, isn't it? Okay, this is a 64. So that is actually 152. So we got it now. Okay, so then what we do now inside, once you hold the good there, then internally we need the internal a metal stud wall. Okay, so also we need to know the size of metal stud as well. Okay, so then what we do, I already actually metal stud. Okay, so you said the wall stud, the shape is like a straight channel. So I was using actually 35 by 76. Okay, so what will happen in your drawing? So I will do just like that. This will be happen. Okay, so this is a 35.5, but we'll draw 35. Otherwise, it looks too complicated. This is a 76 millimeters. Okay, so that's what will happen. So you do this side, same thing. You know, it continues to go like that, Okay, so this is the wall metal stud along here. Okay, so we already know all the size. Then what you inside water resistant plasterboard. Okay, so about 10 mil thickness. Or people using actually a compressed cement sheet, or maybe villa wood, about 7.5 mil, or 10 mil water resistance plasterboard. I think a lot of people using about 6 mil or 7.5 mil. Blue board, I don't know you heard actually this word, So people using it, but we allow for 10, because otherwise too complicated. But internally wet area, we need to waterproofing. So I will draw waterproofing. Okay. If we want to have a tile in front, so then we allow for another 10 or 12 mil tiles in front. So let's say another 10, because what is the tile and then glue together. So tile is about 6 mil. So glue is another maybe 3 or 4 mil below, behind. So total we allow for about 20. Okay. So let's figure out how much altogether. So now actually we know 25 plus 25 for cladding, we already know, and then batten 35 plus, and then the the structural plywood 18 marine plywood. Okay, so plus, then go to 64. Okay, plus we got a metal stud. Okay, so we already figured metal stud size. How much is that? Just before. Okay, 64. Oh, no, not isn't it? 76. Sorry, 76. Okay, so metal stud plus 20 mil for until finishes. So how much altogether? Plus 238 millimeters. I think about 240, isn't it? When you're drawing. But let's imagine, so this is a 238. So wall thickness. Okay, so if you know this wall thickness, then what you do now, you can actually draw, isn't it? And also, after the in-between start, we need to allow for your favorite insulations, isn't it? Okay, so all the way insulations. Okay. So the floor is a tile, maybe ceiling is the mirror, in my based on design. So outside the metal cladding, it looks like it. So once you understand this principle, okay, so now we know. Okay, so 238, let's say about 240. Do you know what I mean? Just make it even, otherwise 238, we can do it, but let's try out. So let's have a look. So there is a key things. The first thing is you need to know what is so all the thickness of materials. If we don't know the thickness of materials, then basically you can't draw it, isn't it? So let's clean up there. So what I do, you're gonna draw the all floor plan. So based on, let's have a look at our floor plan. So probably zoom out. Okay, so based on floor plan, we know about 4.5 meter by about 1 meter. Okay, that stays there. So 4.5 plus 1, about 5.5 meters. Do you know what I mean? If you stay this side, obviously you got to be longer, so you need to allow for that. Okay, so I need actually, in my case, about 5.5 meters. So our measure 5.5 meters. So the 1 to 20 scale. So this is about 5.5, yeah, because so this is about the right, yeah, 5.5, 1 meter. So I already marked them. Can you see the line? You can't see it, isn't it? What I do, I'll make it a bit darker color for you, because you guys are complaining a lot, isn't it? So basically, okay, let me draw this one first. I'll make it more darker, yeah? Just for you. Okay, so I don't know if you can see it. Okay, line is already I have marked. So then 3 meters, I just measure them. So you need your title block will be at nose point will be there. So 3 meters are probably slight up. Okay, I think this is about right then. There you go, 3 meters. So I already got all the information here. Okay, can you see it? Two fine lines in. I'll make it a bit darker color for you. Yeah? So, fine line. So I'll make it darker, but you have to draw by hand, yeah, pencil. So I'll just draw the roughly. Yeah? So this is a size. Can you see better? Okay. I'll just draw the graph. Okay, so okay, so this is overall outline. Yeah? So I need to have about 8 steps. Last time I figured about 4 steps. About 4 steps there. So I'll make about 250, just simple steps. So 1, 3, 4. Okay. So there'll be steps. Okay, so we have all the steps there. So now actually we work it out what thickness is before. 238 millimeters, about 240. Okay, so then I'll just mark them. $240. 38 is quite hard, yeah. So 240. Okay, I marked actually there, isn't it? So I'll just quickly draw. Yeah, just I mark them for you. So thickness. So 240. I have to measure here too. $240 and 240. Just mark that. Okay. Okay, so now we got it. It's just overall thickness of wall. Okay, so then what we do? I need to position the columns. Okay, so what I do, I don't know if you can see, the post is there. Post. Okay, so I need to position them. You know what I mean? Okay, so then I'll do it now. Okay, so that is a large post. So basically we need to actually know what is the thickness. Yeah? Okay,